Let's get you back on there. G'day all. As you can see, another sensational day out here in the mountains. Today I'm heading out to the two highest huts in Australia. It's a sensational day, bluebird day, a few clouds out there in the distance. There's light to moderate winds forecast as well. Temperature's meant to get to like 10 degrees today, so there was an overnight freeze of about -2, -3, so, and there was a bit of rain yesterday as well, so as you can hear, it is quite crunchy. There you go, mate. Pretty good, pretty good. And unlike the other day where I hiked in with my actual snowboard boots, I've decided to just approach with my hiking boots so I don't get the same issues with the blisters, because I've got it covered with like a blister plaster and two large bandages so it doesn't flare up. So I thought I'll hike in to Rawson Pass with my hiking boots and then stash them and get the snowboard boots on, just to minimize the chance of these blisters causing me any more grief. Take a look at the size of that wall of snow along the banks of the Snowy River. That is massive. You got a nice little snow bridge there. That is, yeah, that's a massively high wall of snow. And that's one of the things that I love about this time of the year, spring, when you got the snowmelt going on, is because you'll find all these tiny little creeks and streams that form because of the snowmelt that won't normally be flowing in summer. Just goes to show Mother Nature, she always finds a way, you know. She's a beauty. I think that's why we love her so much. You know, nature, she always finds a way, always finds a way. Well, you can see how deep the coverage is here, given that all those snow poles out there were well above my head, but this one here, yeah, they're pretty deep over here, so here we are, the Snowy River. It's really living up to its name. It's completely snowed over. It's completely frozen still, as you'd expect. But yeah, this is awesome. It's completely rock solid here on top of the bridge. Yeah, this is nice. But here we are, Seamans Hut, the highest hut in Australia. Now, I've already been here several times. It's already featured in one of my videos, but this is the first time I've been here where it's in winter, kind of surrounded by snow. It's an awesome, awesome hut. So I'll take you for a look around it and then we'll head inside. As you can see, they got a cabinet stocked with food. Obviously it's stocked by other campers and stuff like that. And it's obviously kept there for, you know, anyone who's unlucky enough to get caught out in a real bad weather out here. At least they'll have plenty of food. So there we are, Seaman's Hut. It was built in 1929 by the, I think it was the New South Wales Tourist Bureau, and it was financed by Laurie Seaman's family. And so the reason it's called Seaman's Hut is because there was a man by the name of Laurie Seaman and his friend Evan Hayes who passed away in a blizzard, I think it was 1928. And now the Seaman's Hut essentially stands as a memorial to Laurie. And it's, you know, it saved countless people's lives in the past, because it's, you know, it's one of the few examples of a true survival shelter based on its location. And I'm sure it's going to save countless more lives in the future, because it's yeah, it's a very I'd say it's a very important part of the national park now. And then of course, right next to Seaman's Hut, we've got Australia's second highest toilet. Same elevation as Seaman's Hut, 20-30 meters above sea level. Now, I'm not gonna record on the inside, obviously. That's obviously not legal, I don't think. But take it from me when I say that's the best bush toilet I've ever seen. I guess technically it is a bush toilet. It's a long drop toilet, so it's a bush toilet. It's, yeah, phenomenal. Phenomenal. Yeah, you could really have a nice poo in there, and you got a nice view out the back. You come out and you got all that view. Pretty damn good toilet, I must say. Second highest toilet in Australia. All right, so that's Seaman's Hut, the highest hut in Australia, and the Seaman's Hut toilet, the second highest toilet in Australia. So let's go onwards. I don't think my blister plasters are working. Oh man, I'm gonna have to deal with these blisters even worse than before. Oh well. What a glorious day! Gonna head down that valley there, about 2 kilometers away. That's the next hut. So, all right, there she is. I'm gonna ride down. See you guys down there. be a skier. There she is. Swampy Plains River. Oh, there's a couple more people going down there. The river runs through there, so I'll stick to the left. Beautiful Swampy Plain River. Alright, I've got to unstrap here. I'm not riding uphill. Well, finally, here we are, Cootapatamba Hut, the second highest hut in Australia. And this hut has been right at the top of my hut bucket list, I guess. I've been wanting to come to this hut for a while now. I've never had the chance, and now I'm finally here. This one's just an absolute beauty, man. This hut's just brilliant, man. Set in this beautiful valley. You got Mount Kosciuszko right there. You got the Swampy Plains flowing through there down towards Geehigh. You got Threadbow back there. A couple of other people were down here having their lunch. And then of course I'm heading back up there towards Charlotte's, but this is a phenomenal hut, man. I know a lot of the huts in Kosciuszko are you know, emergency shelters and survival shelters, but this one right here is definitely like a true survival shelter. So the hut was originally built by the Snowy Mountains Authority in roughly 1952 for hydrologists that were working on the, I think it was for the Snowy Hydro, the Snowy Mountain scheme and all that. It's, as you can see, it's a tiny hut, 2.5 meters by 2.5 meters, so it's extremely tiny. And what I read online was that in the past few years, there was actually a group of, I think he said 19 people that got caught out in a blizzard, and every single one of them, all 19 of them, hunkered down in here until the blizzard went. which is completely mind-blowing because I've gone inside to take a look. I'm going to show you. It's tiny inside. I don't know how on earth 19 people fit inside there. Now, one of the unique things about this that makes it like a real survival hut, as you can see, there's a big, deep wall of snow around me. Now, after a fresh blizzard, obviously this has been cleared by campers and whatnot, but after a blizzard, that snow is blowing up against the hut. Now, as you can imagine, let's just say you're someone who knew the blizzard's coming, so you wanted to stay in the hut to get away from it. You wake up in the morning and now there's 2 meters of snow covering the door. You can't open the door. So it's like, well, what the hell? Like, the whole point of this hut is to protect you from the very thing that's keeping you inside the hut. But I'm going to show you something which is sick. They got a second entrance to this hut, and I'm going to show it to you in just a minute. And also the other thing is the location of the hut, like I said, right? So people get disoriented when they're in backcountry. You get whiteout conditions, you get very bad weather. And so because it's a bright red color, they'll see it, and it'll stop them from heading further down the valley, because mentally a lot of people would say, oh, safety, if I just keep heading down, I'll get to safety. But in this case, if you keep heading down, you head even further into the dense Kosciuszko wilderness, and you're not going to get found for days. Whereas that's where you go to safety, or up there back towards Threadbow. So it's bright red color, and its location right here is meant to, intercept, if you will, lost travelers from heading further down into the valley where they got no chance then. But yeah, I'm going to show you this second entrance. It is an absolute beauty. Take a look at this. How good is this? Bloody awesome. So obviously this chimney gets used as the entry when the snow builds up to the point where you can't physically enter or exit. It's pretty epic, eh? Ah, this is awesome. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. This is unreal. This spot is absolutely unreal. I think this makes it into one of my favorite spots in Kosci now. This hut, this is something else. Oh, this is beautiful. G'day. Lovely day here in the Kosciuszko National Park in the Snowy Mountains. What can I get you? You got latte? Oh, hot chocolate. Hot chocolate. I'll get it for you right now. I'll just cook it up. Oh man, I love this shit. I absolutely love this shit. All right, got the bag all packed. That's Cootapatamba Hut, true survival hut. It's saved countless lives in the past, and I'm sure it's going to be responsible for saving a lot more in the future. These kind of stuff is where I really like national parks work. Normally, there's a lot of things national parks do that I don't like, and I'm not a fan of them. But this right here is one of the things where you've got to kind of give them props. This is one of the things where I actually like my yearly pass fee going towards, the maintenance of this kind of stuff, because this kind of stuff is super, super valuable to all of us outdoor enthusiasts, So, yeah, national parks and volunteers that are associated with this do a freaking fantastic job of it. So we got to look after these stuff, Anyway, the worst part of the hike now, I've got to hike out of the valley, so I'm going to put the GoPro away so I can hold both of the poles. And I guess I'll see you guys once I'm heading back to Charlotte's. There she is, Cootapatamba, all done. Yeah. The GoPro's in my bag, but making good progress. This whole valley is a bit off camp. Well, it's majorly off camber, so the right leg's kind of copping a beating more than the left, but nearly halfway there. So it's not too bad actually. It's about, I think it's about 3:45 now, so still got plenty of time. The sun's not setting till like 6:30 or something, so still got plenty of time. It's amazing out here. Ah, I love it! All right, I think my external mic is cactus because I actually I took a little tumble over that bridge. So that bridge crossing the Snowy River. In the morning it was completely frozen over. Didn't think anything of it. I probably should have. And then in the morning now it was all starting to thaw. And it turns out the Snowy River is actually flowing over that bridge by about it was about shin deep really. And so the first step I took, it went straight in. The GoPro went in. Luckily the GoPro's still fine, but yeah, I think this microphone's gone skis, unfortunately, but my feet are completely drenched. My boots are completely drenched, but it is what it is. Oh man. My legs are cactus as well. Oh.